Hey, what's up guys, it's Matt with the Movement System. In this video, we're gonna cover a training method that only 1% of coaches are using to train athletes. What if I told you there's an incredibly effective method for training athletes that immediately improves power output and research shows improves speed? It's a training method that elite athletes like Tyreek Hill are using to maximize their speed and athleticism. Well, that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today, and that method is called velocity-based training. In this video, we're gonna break down exactly how we're using velocity-based training with our high school and college athletes to optimize their speed and athleticism. Let's go ahead and dive into it. With this Vitruve device and an iPad, athletes can get immediate feedback on how fast each of their repetitions is, which can show them their speed and immediately improve their power output. When you're training athletes, it can be hard to know if you should have them loading like this, like this, like this, or like this. They all look pretty similar, but only one of these is maximizing the speed of the movement and the power output. Using a velocity-based training device helps you determine the load and the movement speed that optimizes power output for your athletes. Even if you don't have a VBT device though, these training methods will be helpful for you. Okay, so now let's get into the 3 training methods that you should be using to optimize performance for your athletes. Number 1 is training for power output. This is when we're training with not such a heavy load that it slows us down, but also not such a light load that we can't be forceful. We're right in the middle, typically around 60 to 70% of 1 rep max, and moving the bar as fast as we can to maximize power output. Some exercises that would be beneficial to maximize power output would be things like a power clean, a back squat, a front squat, or a trap bar deadlift. Other big compound movements. What can be really helpful when you're training power is being able to see the power output that you're producing each repetition. With something like a Vitruve device, you can actually see the amount of watts that you're producing each repetition. Athletes can see that number, 600, 700, 800 watts, and they can compare that to their goal of, say, 1,000 watts. This will help them get feedback for if they're slowing down too much and they need to take load off the bar, or if they're not using enough load and they need to increase weight to be able to produce that optimal power output. So power training is one way that we can use a VBT device to give our athletes an incentive to move the bar really fast and be really explosive in the gym. Method number 2 is speed strength, and this is very neuromuscular focused. What we're gonna do here is load less, around 30 to 60% of 1 rep max. This means that if you can squat 400 pounds, you're gonna be loading 150 to maybe 200 pounds on the barbell, but moving it really fast. The goal here is to teach your body to move really fast with sub-maximal loads. This maximizes the neuromuscular adaptations and gives us a really good training stimulus for learning to move fast. This can be particularly beneficial for athletes who have done a lot of training with strength where they've moved really slow, heavy grinding reps, and they haven't necessarily trained that fast bar speed. This is also often called dynamic effort lifting, depending on the context and the training methods that you're listening to. All right, and the third way that you can use velocity-based training is for strength. This is when we're using really heavy loads that you cannot do more than 6 repetitions with. This means that the load is greater than 85% of your 1 repetition max. A common misconception with strength training is that it should be slow. The goal should always be, especially with athletes, to move the bar as fast as possible. The only reason that we're moving slow for strength is because the load is so heavy that we can't move it fast. So by measuring that velocity, even for strength reps, which are gonna naturally be a little bit slower, we can create that intent to still move the bar fast. A common mistake that we see a lot of strength coaches make, and even rehab professionals and other professionals training athletes, is to coach athletes to move slow on purpose, to use a weight that's not actually challenging, and then to coach it really slow to tempo, thinking that that's gonna get an adaptation. Again though, even if you don't have a VBT, these coaching methods of trying to train bar speed fast are really beneficial. So specifically what we're gonna look for is we're gonna look for putting that bar speed indicator on the barbell, we're gonna move the bar as fast as possible, and we're probably gonna see bar speeds of around 0.2 to 0.4 meters per second. This will be on the lower end for something like a bench press where we can grind through smaller range of motion a little bit slower, and probably towards that higher end around 0.3 to 0.4 for heavy squats. If you had an athlete doing 5 repetitions of strength last week where they weren't measuring, and then this week you measure and they're around 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, that's a good indication they're not actually training the adaptation of strength and they need more load. So this is a really good way to reinforce some of your coaching cues and to challenge athletes and to see more progress. So just by coaching your athletes to control the eccentric and really explode through the concentric shortening portion of the movement with maximum speed, you're already going to be setting yourself way ahead of coaches who are using old tempo bodybuilding style reps with their athletes. If you can adjust loading throughout the week to have some strength days, some dynamic effort days where we're using 30 to 60% long rep max and using really explosive movements, you're gonna set yourself ahead even more. And then lastly, if you can measure it with a device and show progress, you can truly be in that 1% of coaches who are doing this at the highest level. Thank you to Vitruve for sponsoring this video. If you want to check out a Vitruve velocity-based training device, I'll put a link in the description below. You can also use code MOVEMENT to get 10% off. Vitruve helps you measure the velocity of movements for yourself and for your athletes. If you're just doing it yourself, you can just use the Vitruve app and get one device for yourself. If you're doing it with a team of athletes, you can use the Teams app to track all of your athletes' progress and see charts and graphs of their progress in the app. I know some of you guys have already checked out Vitruve and are using it and getting great results for your athletes. If you have any questions about velocity-based training or about Vitruve, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.